MHB Motorcycles, we specialise in the sale of off-road motorcycles, be it ATV, two-wheelers, enduro, trials or whatever. So, and we're always looking at new markets. And because we deal with the farmers a lot, we've looked at gators, we've looked at products out there. We came across the KAP Landmaster, which, to anybody who knows, it's a Suzuki Jimny. We all know that Suzuki Jimnys are extremely good off-road, maybe not particularly fantastic on-road, but for our application, this is the product that we think has a bit of a niche in the agricultural sector, plus estate management, forestry, fell management with the gamekeepers. So we've invested in a unit, we have more units on offer, and we're now doing extensive testing. We've been out today, and every time we go out, this vehicle just outperforms our expectations. It's just unbelievable. Gators, the Polaris units, they're very expensive to run. The depreciation is extremely high as well. There's some people who run on a 2-year program of running within warranties, try and keep the obviously running costs down, maintenance costs, but they get hit by depreciation. The thing with the Landmaster and what KAP produce is that it is a Jimny. They've looked at what the agricultural sector might need, or the construction. They've converted it into a pickup. You've got a flat bed at the back, which gives you the versatility of putting cargo in, bales, cake or whatever for the sheep. The dog can go in the back with a canopy that can also be provided at an extra cost. You know, you just run them as if you were running a car. Your local garage can maintain it. All the parts are cheap, and once they get beaten up a bit and what have you, we'll just send it back to the builders and they'll refurbish the unit. The units come with different mileages on the clock, depends on what the donor vehicle is, and there's several different levels of build. Plus there's also accessories you can add to it. You can put a roll cage on, you can put external spotlights, winches and what have you. So we as a business have taken the heartache from the manufacturer and being the point of contact for the customers, and then we can talk about specification, we can go back to the manufacturer, we can get a build done and then support the product afterwards. So off-road, it's unbelievable. I'm not an off-road driver, but we've just been today some spots that I wouldn't even go on a quad, tractor or whatever. They're easy to drive, they're really good on the ground, they don't rip the ground up, they're very light, and with the tyre options and such like that go along with it, you know, you can look at your terrain, what you need, and we can discuss with the customer and make sure that the machine is fit for purpose. Yeah, the KAP Landmaster, it's a force to be reckoned with. Available from MHB Motorcycles, Kirby Steve. The KAP Landmaster, it's made by a company down in Keighley. They've been specialising in 4-wheel drive machinery and racing and competition equipment for many years. We've got several options we can offer the potential customers. KAP, because they've got a racing background, they know what they need to do to a 4-wheel drive vehicle to make it work off-road. But racing isn't everything. They're looking now at the commercial sector, so agriculture and what have you. So the things they do to the Suzuki Jimny are quite extensive. It might look as if they've just maybe put a bit of green paint on and called it a Landmaster, but they completely stripped down the machine to the bare bones on this option. This is option 4 of 4 options. So on this option, everything is taken to bits, everything is refurbished. Axles, transmission, transfer cases, mounting brackets, the tyres, the suspension, everything is refurbished and made into this format. The extended arches give you more clearance for the axles. It also makes them a little bit wider, and it keeps the mud at bay when you're going through maybe the boggy type of terrain. The engines can be anything from 40,000 to 80,000 miles, but the little 1300 VVT Suzuki engine is bomb-proof. There's very little you'll ever have to do to the engine. It's got enough power to take this about 950 kilo machine anywhere you want, especially with the low range. You've got a high range as well in four-wheel drive and just two-wheel drive in high range. So you've got everything you need to go off-road or on-road. The option 1, which is the entry level to the Landmaster, is virtually a Jimny refurbished with oversized tyres and the unique pickup back conversion. So for your light duty forestry workers who are just going up the stony trails, that will suffice. Option 2 is just slightly upgraded from option 1 with a slightly different suspension and same again upgraded transmission mounts, transfer case mounts, and a little bit of tweaking to the underside. Everything is undersealed, everything is repainted underneath and on top. Option 3 is when it starts to get more interesting. They start to redevelop and rework the axles suspension. This gives you more movement, more ground clearance, more off-road capability. So when you're talking to the customers, you need to know what they need from the machine to make sure they get something that's fit for purpose. And option 4, which this one is, this is fully rebuilt, cab off, fully resprayed, undersealed, everything is changed, all the bearings, driveline, everything's upgraded, and this will go anywhere. This is unbelievable what this will do. So it's not just a paint job, it's the pickup bodies on the back, the actual axle conversions, a lot of work, a lot of man hours goes into making these. And yes, people have bought an old scrapper that they've put on the farm to bum around the fields with, which works reasonably well, but they've taken it to the next level. This machine will last years and years and years, and when it gets tired, you can either go to your local scrapyard for bits, you can go to your local vehicle workshops, or you can send it back to KAP and they'll fully refurbish it again. You know, it makes economic sense to own a KAP Landmaster. And obviously you can purchase one from MHP Motorcycles.